now 24 hours away from the March for Our Lives in Washington, D.C. and around the world. Teenagers who survived the deadly school shooting in Parkland are getting ready to take their calls for change to the doorstep of Congress. CBS 4's Rielle Crieghton is live for us in Parkland, where tens of thousands are expected to march tomorrow. Rielle?
Well, Elliot, as you know, this is where it all started. There's no school today, but there are lots of happenings underway as dozens of students left here from the school this morning, headed for Washington, D.C. Meantime, though, there are tens of thousands, as you said, staying behind here, ready to march on Parkland, tomorrow. It was here at Pine Trails Park the night after a massacre that a community came together amid candles, tears, and disbelief. The deaths of 17 students and staff at Stoneman Douglas High School. Crews prepping stages, lights, and jumbotron screens as Saturday they will come together again for the March for Our Lives.
The first step is always the most important one, and I think that's what we're going to be doing this Saturday. We're taking that first step together, and the whole world is going to be taking it with us. The stage is set for the major event and a march on Washington, where Stoneman Douglas survivors turned student leaders are already there preparing to send a worldwide message. CBS 4 was there to meet students at the airport on their way.
There's a huge following for gun control, that we matter and that we're not going to be given weak policies, and that we need safety in our schools.
But it is the hometown march that is the epicenter of where this movement began for those who saw and felt the horror firsthand. Will be on the streets of Parkland making their voices heard. The rally runs from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Saturday. After the speakers, the crowd of an anticipated 30,000 set to take off on foot for a 2-mile round-trip march from the park to Stoneman Douglas.
We have no way of calculating an exact number of people who will be here, considering this is unprecedented.
And I want you to take a look at this. This happening just within the last half hour. 5 buses taking off, headed to Washington, D.C. They have about 200 students on board. They are mainly students, parents, alumni from here at Marjory Stoneman Douglas, but there are some students from other schools from around Broward. They left from nearby Coral Springs. They will be on that 17-hour bus ride headed for Washington, D.C. to get there by the time the march begins. Again, that march here in Parkland is scheduled to begin at 10 a.m. Again, they're expecting a crowd of about 30,000 people, but as you heard, they really have no idea just how many people exactly will be showing up here tomorrow. We're live in Parkland. Rielle Crieghton, CBS 4 News.
Thank you. This will be a major event, and CBS 4's Carrie Cott and Laura Pastrana will be in Washington for the March for Our Lives. Look for live coverage all day on air and online at cbsmiami.com.